Hi everyone, this is Len Maths with me. You're welcome to today's video on place value. Place value helps us to understand the value of digits in a number based on their position. So each digit's position determines its value. For example, if we have these two numbers, 8 and 5, they're just single digit numbers, so we put them under units. So that's 8 is 8 units and 5 is also 5 units. Now, if we have two digits number like 71 and 34, we have the 1 under the units and we have the 7 under the tens. While we also have the 4 under the units and we have the 3 under the tens. So 7 tens plus 1 unit gives us 71 and 3 tens plus 4 units gives us 34. When we have three digits number 204 and 751, the 4 is the units, the 0 is the tens and the 2 is the hundreds. Then for the 751, the 1 is the units, the 5 is the tens and the 7 is the hundred. So this is how we place the numbers. The 2 goes under the hundreds, the 0 goes under the tens and the 4 goes under the units, while the 7 goes under the hundreds, the 5 goes under the tens and the 1 goes under the units. If we have a 4-digit number like 4651 and 2314, for 4651 our unit is 1, our tens is 5, our hundreds is 6 and our thousands is 4. So this number is 4,651. So we have 4,000s, 4 under the thousands. We have 600, 6 goes under the hundreds. We have 5 tens, and then we have 1 unit, which is the unit. Then if we have 2,314, 2 goes under the thousands, 2,000s. 3 goes under the hundreds, 1 goes under the tens, and then we have 4 units. If we have a number that has a decimal point, the right of every number is a decimal point. So if we have a number that has a decimal point like 0.5 and 3.1, the number just before the decimal point is the unit. The first digit after the decimal point is the tenth, while the next digit is the hundredth, and it goes on like that. At 0.5, we put the 0 under the unit, and then the decimal point comes after the unit, and the number afterwards comes under the tenth. And equally 3.1, the 3 comes under the unit, followed by the decimal point, and then the next number after the decimal point to the right of the decimal point is our tenth. So it is placed like this. So if we have two digits after our decimal points like 0.15 and 1.16, our units for 0.15 is the number just before the decimal point, which is 0, and then it comes the decimal point. Then the number just immediately after the decimal point comes under the tens. The next number comes under the hundred. So 0.15, 0 is the units, 1 is the tenth, and 5 is the hundredth. Then for 1.16, the number just before the decimal point, which happens to be 1, is the unit. My tenth is the 1 after the decimal point, and my 6 is the hundredth. So let's take a look at some examples. Write down the value of 2 in the number 5,257. We have 2 in 5,257. So what is the value of 2 in this number? Now this is how it goes. With 5,257, the 5 goes under the thousand, the 2 goes under the hundred, the second 5 goes under the tens, and then the 7 goes under the unit. So to get the value of 2, we check where the 2 is placed, and the 2 is placed under the hundred. So the value of 2 in 5,257 is 200. Let's take another example. Write down the value of 5 in the number 351. So we arrange the number so that we know where each of the digits are placed. In 351, we have 3 coming under the hundred, we have 5 coming under the tens, and we have 1 under the unit. So the 5 that we are looking for its value is placed under the tens. That means that the value of 5 in 351 is 50. Let's take a look at a third example. Write down the value of 7 in the number 20.71. 20.71. We want to find the value of 7 in this number 20.71. So we arrange this number and we know where it falls. So our 2 goes under the tens, our 0 goes under the units. Remember, the digit just before the decimal point is the unit, and the digit just after the decimal point is the tenth. So the 7 is after the decimal point and it's the tenth, and then the 1 is the hundred. So now we want to know the value of 7 in this number 20.71. So we can see that 7 is under tenths. So that means that the value of 7 in 20.71 is 0.7. So let's take a look at some typical exam questions. We have a set of numbers 3792. Using each number once, make the smallest possible number. So we have 3, we have 7, we have 9, and we have 2. So we are asked to make the smallest possible number. To get the smallest possible number, we have to arrange the numbers from the smallest to the largest. So from 3792, the smallest number is 2. So that 2 will come under thousands. Then the next number is 3. So it will be followed by the number 3. Then it will be followed by the number 7. And it will be followed by the number 9. So the smallest possible number in this case will be 2379. Another example, using each number once, make the largest even number. Now we are not just making the largest possible number, we're making the largest even number. For us to have an even number, then that means that the very last digit of the number has to be even. And if we look at all the numbers here, 5, 8, 9, and 1, the only even number is 8. So that means that our 8 will be the last number. Our 8 has to be under the units, and then we can now rearrange the other numbers. We are arranging it according to the largest. So 5891, if we want to rearrange to get the largest possible even number, then once we have put the 8 under the units, then the 9, which is the largest number, goes under the thousands, followed by the 5, and then followed by the 1. So 9518 gives us the largest possible even number. If you've got any questions, feel free to drop it for me in the comments. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.